Hi everybody and welcome to today's stream. We're gonna chill today and check the Firestorm update, of course. Yeah, I updated yesterday, of course. I was like a little iffy about it, but for me it works perfectly fine. I didn't crash once. I had no problems with it whatsoever. I did explore everything new, of course. I did play with it a little. I did check all the updated stuff, right, a little. But yeah, before we go into the whole shebang of what's new, right? Hi everybody in the chat. So Tezukuri, Petit, Ed, Granny, who else is here? Well, for now, all of you, whoever else joins, you can always say hi in the chat. And if you have any comments, if you want to tell us something more, right? Because again, I just checked this yesterday a little. Well, yesterday I just updated. I checked it today a little more thoroughly of what the update actually is, right? Hey, Morinel. So yeah, now we are here, right? We have a Firestorm 7.19 update. So this is a big change from the previous Firestorm, right? Of course, a lot of people will have issues with first of all, with the wind lights, right? While you log in, wind lights might look different, but you can fix them. Of course, I will show you a little how. You can, of course, play with them with your favorite ones. I did already fix my normal wind light to something more normal, right? But yeah, then's always so that's the PBR, right? What is doing to the whole world. So the wind lights might look different, right? We're gonna check what PBR is. Then we're gonna check the mirrors, of course. There's some other updates like emojis, uploading of the uh, pictures, right? Let's call it like that, bulk uploading, and some other small things, especially on the Firestorm settings, right? And in edit mode and so on. I just updated 10 minutes ago. There you go. Good luck. But yeah, let's start with so if you're I'm not going to try to be too techy about it, right? But what is PBR exactly, right? I'm going to try to keep it more, normal. But PBR was released before already in November 2023 on Linden Lab Viewer, right? The original one. It was on, what is it, Black Dragon already. Firestone was a little, slow with it because they were testing. They were, they had a lot of bugs in it and they were like testing for some time if this would work. And now they rolled it out, right? The best way to do it, they said, is before the Second Life 21st birthday or, right in front of it, I guess. So let's go to what PBR is, right? So it sounds like weird and what it is, but it's actually physically based rendering. It's a method of shading and rendering that provides a more accurate representation on how light interacts with materials, right? So to not make it like too complicated, let's imagine metal, right? Or I don't know, something that you can see your reflection in, right? So usually you just think of mirrors in the virtual world, right? But that is so much more, right? It's gonna fix how metal reflects stuff, how water reflects, right? So it's gonna be a little more life-like, right? So, uh, you're gonna see it in world. Once you update, stuff will be more shine. It will more realistically reflect around how real world reflects the lightning with the scene, right? So it's called physically based rendering because it uses rules from the real world to make images look realistic, right? Physically based means it follows the same physical laws of light and materials we see in real life, right? I did find something interesting in world. We'll come back to this because I'm going to teach you how to also make a mirror. I did my own mirror, so you don't need to buy mirrors. You can just make your own, play with your own mirrors, of course. But yeah, that's somehow kind of what the reflecting mirrors work. But now let's go to PBR. And I did find a really interesting a warehouse in SL that actually has all the materials needed. So we're gonna first go through the PBR, right? And then in Second Life, we have somebody put down all these spheres, right, of different materials that can now reflect light. They act more realistically to the environment. Sorry. Let me just go there. So yeah, somebody did put down this library, so PBR texture warehouse they call it, and you can kind of closely more see the light and how it reflects the different materials that are gonna be in SL. We're gonna go through a few of them, but yeah, given the Windlight, I do have I did Naria PBR Windlight, right? It's a little more bright and what we need right now and a little more shiny, of course. There we go. This is gonna be much better. Not bright, it's not more bright, but a little more shiny to the materials, of course, because you can adjust those settings. But yeah, you can now see how they will reflect, let's call it like this, right? How they reflect light. And you can see here the different materials that they put down. And it's a lot more realistic, right? Especially in the globes like this, right? That they reflect actually the world around you. Look at this. Looks nice. So yeah, you can check here by yourself of all the materials they put down here. Of course, they can be imported from the internet, of course, to all those peer materials, let's call it like that, right? But yeah, it's really interesting to see different ones here and how they are seen. Some of them are not that reflected, but you know, they're more smooth, let's call it like that. I don't know how else to call it, right? But yeah, especially the ones like this. Look at this. You can kind of see directly how the cuts are made, right? Yeah, lol, I was shocked that my trivia ball reflects now. There you go. But yeah, here are all the. So if you are ever worked with, you know, let's say with Blender, and I think it's more in this case, what is that? A substance painter, I think. You kind of know already this this sphere thing is, right? But look at this, like let's just say this one. Look at this, how. So it's like it's gonna change the world and how it looks. I'm not gonna lie, the firestorm, like especially the wind lights and everything, won't look the same. So we just will have to get used to it, right? I did try to make it as bright as I could as I had it before, but yeah, you know, look at those. This one, the purple one. Look at this. Like it is a lot different, right? I would suggest you to download some PBR lights. I will take you to Violent Seduction. They are offering free PBR lights. That's another now, because now we're on already on a team of PBR, of course. We're gonna go there and take those wind lights, so you can try different ones out. But yeah, this place is really nice to see on how the materials different. Especially look at those. I like how these tiles look for the kitchen or something. They're really like reflecting now. Imagine your Dust Bunny kitchen with this now. It would be cute. So yeah, anything you're gonna put a light somewhere around, like on your ceiling or something. This is nice that materials look more detailed now, better textured. Yeah, of course. And that's the point of PBR. I think a lot of games already use this, right? Second Life was a little behind on that, right? Especially with mirrors, like let's face it, but also with PBR materials. Like you would like to step in, like let's say Scarlet Creative House and have reflections on actually on the windows, on the, you know, wherever, let's say even in the kitchen, right? When you touch the doorknobs, you want reflection on them because they're made of metal. It's like PBR is gonna change so much, right? Especially if people gonna start using them with their creations, of course. What are those? Oh, they're shiny. Look, they're shiny on. If you check on top where the light is coming down, right? Oh, nice. Okay. And different ones. So yeah, you can check all the materials a little here. Of course, that's not everything. That's just a representation of how, you know, how some different materials might look, right? So this is like a small gallery to kind of check different. Oh, look at this one, the ball. So definitely how kitchen floor might look at some point. Cool. Okay, so yeah, with PBR, so we have these materials, of course, and this is exactly what you're gonna see in edit modes, right? So if you're gonna go on, I don't know if I can touch this. No, they're closed, of course. They're linked actually. If select, let's see if I can select just those. No, they're closed. We're gonna check on our own, of course. But yeah, this is exactly how you import materials inside. Materials, let's say PBR inside. Okay, now to the fun part of Windlights with PBR, right? Because Windlights definitely changed with PBR. There is, if you go to Violent Seduction, we all know this store. It's participating in the 50 Lin Fridays, sometimes some other sales, but I think it's mostly 50 Lin Fridays. They are giving out free PBR environment pack, so you're gonna get free Windlights, right? I have dumped all my current environments in here so you can make PBR look nice and maybe learn something. Comes with a note card overview. I didn't change the names because I'm a lazy designer. And you're gonna be having fun with the name sheet. Video games been using PBR for years and years long, and their SL has made. Why did they take so long when it was already out there? Who knows? You know, first of all, you have to have something in mind. SL is an old game, right? So you know how hard it is to touch anything that's already working. You probably have different developers working on this for years, right? So you know how it is to go in a code of somebody else and find what you need to, you know, change. And it's big changes, let's say, because SL is a big world, right? The code is fucking old, right? So I do get it. They need a lot of time to change something. It's true that why did it take years? But then again, it's I need to turn people off because but then again, you know, we know how it is with Linden Lab, right? So they don't put that much time into developing Second Life. They do, but they also don't, right? So if we already check all the problems that, you know, Linden Lab has, it's no wonder this took years, let's say it like that, right? And then also, you know, they're comfortable where they are. They're getting so much money out of Second Life, right? Probably with all the people inside paying for land, paying for fees, and so on. They just become lazy. Let's call it like that. It's an corporation, but you know what can you do? Okay, so free. You can get it for free. The names of these windlights are hilarious. Your mom found the God Particle. The Wiggles dropped the Rave album, Sunny Day, subscribe to Amazon Crime, PBR Sky, Linden Lab could never, JJ Abrams bitch, Icky Karen Strap, Icky Big Storm coming. I'm a corporate lizard man and I love money. I want I want Dunning Kruger. I think I have to take them again because I think I deleted one by mistake later. But yeah, we're gonna take this. Also, let's go back to where we were, of course, at the start. And we're gonna then jump to something. Now we're gonna go through PBR a little, right? Of course. But yeah, Windlights first before PBR. I mean, PBR is texture. We're gonna go back to Zadik like we were yesterday and see what kind of things we can see now. There. Okay. So as I said, in if you log in and this is my Naria PBR just for PBR, but I did have my optimal skin now back to more optimal shit, right? Sometimes there I have to kind of, there we go. Now we're normal, back to kind of normalish light. Let's call it like that. Also, if the light is not shining correctly, let's sometimes we can also, so yeah, if you come in and your wind light is too dark, right, like usually now mine is, you can always go now to preferences. So you go to avatar. I know you can see only half of my screen right now, but wait, let me check it. I can make a full screen, but I will hide there just in case. There we go. Let's do full screen because then otherwise we won't see anything. There we go. Okay. And I go to full screen and everything is fucked. Okay. Browser. We need our chat back, of course. That's what happens. There we go. Just in case you see all the settings, of course. So you can go to avatar and you can go to preferences, of course, and then you're going to have this. I'll show you everything that's new, of course, here. But there is a new exposure button when you can up the exposure of the light, right? So if your wind light that you were using is like too dark or too bright, right, you can always up the exposure on that wind light, right? If it's some wind light that you're using all the time, right, it's a good option to have. But there are other options that you can do with the Windlight, not just that. But you find kind of, I think we found that like 0. Some people said they went to 0.5 or 0.7, right? I think 0.7 for me was fine, but I'll have to change my optimal skin Windlight a little more. But yeah, till then, let's use Naria back. So yeah, but this one is now bright, so maybe 0.5 in this case. Kaj je? Pa ne bom to zdajle, hvala. Ki si me zdaj najde. Okay, so yeah, now back to the Windlights that we got. So we're gonna check how to, also I think I bought some Windlights from Nuve, shadowless Windlight PBR ready. Those are free on the marketplace. Let me find the link, cause somebody posted that link to, where did they post it? There. So this is the link to the marketplace if you want to get more Windlights. I mean, you can play with your own, of course. Haha, Naria, there half-naked hairless dude behind you. Good thing you turn people off. Not so hot guy of the week. Oh my god. So yeah, here are the free Windlights. I just send it to the chat from Nuve. I didn't check those ones yet, but we can check them, of course. That's always an option. So, there's one. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, that's a cute Windlight, actually. I don't mind this one. So Nuve is giving a free... Okay. Go through the whole circle, thank you. Once you get the Windlights, the best way is to drop them. Well, you have to drop them to get them kind of on this side here on quick preferences, right? You have to drop all the new Windlights into settings here. So once you get a new Windlight, just drop it into the settings folder here and it will reflect from here. So if we now look from, what was the name again? Fuck, I already forgot. Settings. Nuve. Starts with Nuve, of course. Nuve. I say it's with Naria. So Nuve. Oh, I have other Nuve Windlights. What happened here? Ooh, why is there so many from when? And I forgot what the other one was, damn it. But yeah, those are now the I think, yeah, shadowless Windlight. I think it was this one, PBR ready. Okay, the other ones I have from some other time, but we can work on those. Yeah, shadowless Windlight from Nuve. It's looking cute though. Oh, it's a nice Windlight. Yeah, okay, so you can get that one. Now let's check the Windlights from the other, from the Violent Seduction, right? I'm gonna go back to without, because it's like kind of bothering with all the shit on the screen, right? Let's do this. Okay, a little bit, it looks better, right? But let's now try the other Windlights from Violent Seduction. They are a little special, well, like their names, right? I think I'm gonna go just through the Windlights on settings, because otherwise it's like, it's hard to find them, because they have different names. So they have dented dick nipples, like this. This one is bright as hell, so I think it's more for the environment around than actually your avatar, right? Then we have, I blew up the fucking sun. This one, actually, yeah, you can see nothing. But in some, like, environments, it does look good. I want Dunning Kruger. This one is actually pretty nice there. And also, if you will up the sun a little, and I will show you how later. But while we add it, right, when we're gonna edit some, I'll find some Windlight to edit. I don't want to change the Windlights that they gave us, right? I'm a corporate lizard man, definitely not for up here, I guess. Iki's big storm is coming. There is the big storm up there, I guess. And there's the moon. I mean, it's happening, right? Also, maybe not the avatar Windlight, right? Karen Trap. This one is cute. It's Karen Trap. The sky looks nice also, right? And also you can kind of make it brighter. I will show you then how. JJ Abrams badge. This one, I don't get it. It's like with this... What should we call this? Like this light in between. It's like weird, maybe for some alien world or what. Otherwise, I don't know why why you would use this one. Like it's different, right? But then again, so are all the Windlights, could be different, right? Next one then, let's go. Where did we stay? Where did I put my inventory? Here. Linden Lab could never. Too bright, right? But I will show you how to get down this brightness anyway. But yeah, Linden Lab could never. Yeah. This one works in like closed environments more than open ones. PBR Sky is one. Subscribe to Amazon Crime. Sunny Day. It's not bad. The Wiggles dropped a rave album. This one is kind of cute though. I like the how the avatar looks and how the sky looks right here. It's not bad. Hello, lovely chat. Hey, Tauri. I like the Windlight Medusa shared at the Discord free item channel. Okay. Violent seduction, PP, something, and your man could found the god particle. She really likes purple, apparently. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I think so. Let's say Spectre Astral Soul. This one was the Windlight before. Does look pretty nice, right? So if we go now into this Windlight, let's say. So these Windlights that are not fixed for the actual PBR. Oh, this one is actually. Let's find that it's someone that's not 0. Okay. So here now for the new thing on the fixed environment, right? Once you open any kind of Windlight, right? So let's go to Naria PBR. So, but I just changed this one. So this one is mine right now. No transfer. I could change them. What should I be? That's Sap's little I should change something fun though. Northern Lights. This one. What could maybe I could copy Naria's PBR or something that's not PBR at, because then you're gonna have a once you open like some of your old Windlights, it's gonna say it's not PBR, and you're gonna see it's not PBR here, right? Those are the here you don't see my tab. Give me a second. Capture cursor. You're gonna see these two new reflection, probe, ambience, HDR, and HDR scale. Those are the two new buttons on the Windlights, right? And there you can adjust your PBR Windlights. Let's call it like that, right? I want to copy one of them that's not PBR yet. Wait. This one was kind of cute, and it's no, this one is PBR already. This one is not because it's on 0, right? Spectre Devotion, let's call this one and copy it. Let's call it something else. Naria, try. I would say with Windlights, it's always like this. Try them out, right? Have fun with them. I mean, you cannot go wrong. You can always play with them and, nothing will happen. Copy the old ones, right, that you really liked and just play with them. So this one, I would say the world looks pretty nice around. I don't hate the world. I hate how my avatar is not bright enough, right? So you can always start playing with this reflection probes, right? Definitely if you want to have more reflection in world, I would say go up on this. If your avatar is really, really dark like this, right, you can always make it look more bright. I wouldn't go too bright because the environment already around is not too bright, right? And then you have the HDR scale that kind of does the environment more light, right? But in this case, I wouldn't go too bright on this one, right? So something like this, and you kind of fix the environment, and also the PBR will work great with this Windlight. So you already fixed the Windlight, right away. So kind of, and then you can just do save as something, right? Save as, and we said, it's still on Naria try, we said, right? There. And we kind of fixed the old Windlight, and we did make it kind of PBR-ish, right? Let me see. So if we go back, I can delete this one. I think this one was this one was the good one. So now we can go in our Firestorm and just find this Naria try one. And we have a fixed Windlight to PBR, right? I already did one mine, but let's find the other one. Where is Naria try? Where did you go? Yeah. Not water. Hello? Yeah, wasn't it here? No, it should be Naria, right? Wait, let me close this down and open it up again, maybe. Needs to load, who knows? Hey, my one light. You're here. What about getting there? Can we reset something here or something that it would... I hope I don't have to relog for this shit. There's Naria PBR. Where did it go? The try one. I lost the try one. Let me see if we go through. Or else I will just open it like. Oh. Don't tell me I have a lot of wind lights. I know I do. Naria try, found it. There you go. Ah, and then we have a new wind light, right? I'd like to play with the one on the storm. Now I want to update Firestorm. Now let's go to other problems that you might have. Not problems, right? But this is all good and peachy, right? If it works for you, let's call it like that. So this is kind of PBR. You can fix your own wind lights, and the PBR mostly it's about materials. If you're not a creator, I don't think you have to bother with that, right? Also now you will have, let's go to this mirror thing and you will see all the other updated stuff. So you can do your own mirrors. You don't have to buy them from anybody, right? Really easy. So what you need to do, we go into the build. I think now we need the big one, right? Okay, here. You need to go into the build mode. So we go here and build, and we're gonna build like this little whatever this is, right? This little box, prim box, let's call it. What you need to do to get a mirror is do 2 of those, right? So let's copy one and another, and one will have to be done in textures. So textures, you will need to go. So now this is new, right? Everything you see here. Wait, give me a second. We have a picture for this. We had a picture for this. Let's see, where is the old one? The old one should be here. So I will just open this up for you, and you're gonna kind of see that. Wait, let me give me a second. There. So this is kind of the old, you know, let's say the old and the new kind of comparison to texturing, right? So the first one, you see the texture before where just you choose the color, you choose the background, like the transparency, glow, right? And you put the texture in. So this is the first picture down there. Now, if you change to the second one, where the number 1 is those two together, right? You now have the texture, but now you have the PBR tab, you have the Blin Pong tab and media tab, right? I don't think you will practically have to bother that much with it, except we're gonna try out the mirroring, right? But and then the blink pong tab is now the old, you know, let's call it like that, the old how you put the texture in, how you put the transparency in, and so on. So PBR is now the leading one, but if you want to do the old one, is also this blink pong, where you can put normal texture in, right, and also adjust the transparency and so on. Media, nothing that special, but yeah, this is kind of the screenshots between how they changed between each other, right? That's kind of that with the picture. After my update, all was bright too. I changed to darker wind. No, you don't have to. I will tell you. You don't. You can change the exposure, right? I'll go to that, but let's first make a mirror. So as I said, first we will need here to upload the blank. So this is like a normal blank. Those are those spheres that I was talking about, right? Those spheres do give you materials, and they can be asphalt, brick, you know, that's what I was talking about, how these materials actually work, right? Okay. So yeah, you have dirt, you have, you know, those are the shiny materials that you can use. But for now, we're going to just use a blank one for the mirror, right? And what we need to do here, fine, yeah. Okay, what we need to do here is go roughness 0. Just remember that whole step. So we need roughness 0, and we need scale from 0 to 0, and repeats per meter, we're gonna keep it on 2. If it is on 2, if not, just put it on 2, right? This is the only setting that you need for the mirror. What we will now do is make it smaller, more, let's say it more mirror-wise, right? So we're gonna do something like this. It's already, you already see the environment inside, but this is not the mirror yet, right? What is gonna make a mirror is gonna be the other surface, of course, that you're gonna put inside. But yeah, this is kind of how this looks. I don't know, should we go to another wind light? Because this one is so freaking bright. let's try my optimal skin. Does that still? Okay, it works perfectly fine. Give me a second. Let's go somewhere here. Let's make it more visible. There we go. And then what you're going to need is the second option. This is going to be the reflection object of it, right? So you do need like materials, but you need a reflection object that will reflect the world around you. Let's like simplify it like that, right? So what we will need to do with this box is just go in it, and we're gonna first, let's make it like more of the size of the other thingy, right? So we're gonna do this, make it a little bit bigger. I mean, you don't have to fill the whole thing. You can, of course, play with it somehow. But yeah, but you need more of a box. Let's call it like this. We will see how big of a box we need. But yeah, let's move this like around here. And now we're gonna do not on textures, but you're gonna go on features, and we're gonna activate this as a reflection probe, right? So reflection probe is where we need to be. There. So warning, you have made your object reflection probe, blah blah blah. Okay. Do you want to continue? Sure. So reflection probe. Okay, and now you see nothing. You just have it like this, but once you're gonna drag it inside, this is gonna make a mirror for you. You see? So this is kind of making a mirror for you. We're gonna go through settings, how you see everything else, but that's kind of it. And then you can stretch it how you wish, right? You can stretch it like this, like this, like this. And then you have different options for the mirrors. You can go here, you have a box. You can make it a sphere, right? You can make it like this little window, you see, kind of cute. But now let's keep it a box, of course. And then now it went back down to the small sphere. Thank you. Let's make it big again. There and there. And we can kind of drop it into, like, depends. There, something like this. Doesn't have to be too big, right? Let's see how this reflects. So yeah, you can play with it a little, of course, right? You'll see what works the best for you. Of course, this is going to be kind of the reflection of it. But now, because it's static, that's the problematic thing. We have to turn it into mirror everything. You can definitely do mirror just the environment. So now we're mirroring the environment around us, right? But because we want to see ourselves, we're going to do mirror everything. Oh, wow, that's so cool. You worked so hard learning all this. Thank you. Thanks, Eddie. Need to activate mirror in graphics. Yeah, yeah. I think you're going to, when you up, oh, there we go. I am there, but we'll have to fix the mirror a little. So if we go like something like this, let's see what will be the best for us. There we go. We can just find the right solution. There we go. Sometimes it's gonna be a problem. Look at me. Sometimes you're gonna, okay, I went too far. But now the problem is you cannot touch that probe, right? So I think what we need to do, there's an option, select reflection probes, right? But there, we did select it. So guys, when you want to select the reflection probes, just click here, select, because otherwise you cannot click it for the life of you, right? You could click this mirror that we got before, that is just reflecting the environment, right? But you can, like, see, now we have a right mirror because we collected this correctly where it should be. There we go. But yeah, these reflection probes are impossible to click otherwise. First, when I didn't know how to click it, I went here to search, and I searched for it, right? So I can click it like this, and I do the draw distance. So I did the closest object to me, right? So then I went to edit and I got it, right? But you have to here select reflection probe, so you can definitely get the reflection thingy back on. But yeah, now we kind of are here. Now we can just play with the reflection probe. I think where it's standing right now, it's totally okay. We can also play with stretching it a little less or more, right? But you see kind of different option. I think if you go really close to it, let me see how this exactly. Mirrors are weird. I think you can also make it really close to it though, but right now I'm just figuring everything out. I did find it if you make it like this, but if you do it like this, it's kind of maybe if I wait, drag it a little more in. So if you're in like this and in like this, no. Yeah, now it's not correct. Oh, it's reflecting me in a weird way. So sometimes you just have to find the right angle to kind of see yourself, right? It's not here. Oh, it's not here. I kind of made the other one look way back. Oh, there. Ah, now I know. Okay, forget about it. Delete this one. Guys, reflection. Okay, now I have it. Really easier. I forgot one step, right? So build a box. I forgot one step. You have to turn it around. That's the option. Because if you turn it like this, right, then the reflection would be correct. Sorry. You do the reflection probe box, the mirror everything, and now you drag it to, right. Rotation is the key. Now when I rotate it by mistake, I remembered, right? Because this is how the mirror works correctly. Look at this. Okay, then let's stretch it out. Rotation. Don't forget the rotation, which I apparently did forget about. Rotating the box helps a lot. This select probe. Give me that. See what I mean? Once you lose it, it's a problem. Give me the selecting probe. Fun with mirrors, I tell you. Select reflection probe. Did I lose it now? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so if you cannot grab it like this, grab it by the search, right? This is the way to go apparently. So distance, let's grab my object here, edit. Yeah, there we have it back. So if you lose it like I did and you cannot grab it back, yeah, stretch now. There we go. So now the mirror will work totally fine and nothing will be wrong with it, right? Just give me a second. There we go. See what I mean? Now mirror will be totally okay. Nothing wrong with my mirror anymore. That was the point. You have to turn around the box. I forgot about that step. I just realized it now. So yeah, if you make it really small on it, look, if you go directly to the other surface, you're gonna have a perfect mirror there. That was the problem. And then just extend it so you get rid of this weird corners, right? And that's about it, like nothing else there. And you have the perfect mirror that's actually pretty nice. There we go. Mirror time. It's still a bit wonky. There's also an option in build selection probe somewhere, I think. Will Control Alt help to grab the thingy? No, Control Alt T doesn't even see the thingy, by the way. That thing is impossible. Now when we have selection probes, yes, but if you don't have it, wait, interesting, because before when I was home, I did Control Alt T and I didn't even see that freaking probe. Okay, apparently it does help now. But look at how nice the mirror is now, right? That's so weird to see, yet so cool, right? Now the fun part, wait, let's go back to this. Now the fun part to this is you can have different mirror reflections, of course. So in edit, we done everything. We did check the texture, new pad. So I don't think you have to bother with anything else than this first one with the materials, right? And also the features of the reflection probe done here. We kind of explained it. But now let's go into settings. Apparently back here, because so if we go to avatar and settings, preferences, and then there, global settings. Now this is a bit different, right? So this is new. As I said, somebody before said that the wind lights are that she had too bright wind lights because you had them set on 1, right? Once you log in, you're gonna have your wind lights, all your wind lights set to 1 exposure. I recommend you to go to 0.5 or even 0. I did see that 0.6 or 7 is better for me. So if your wind lights are too bright when you log in, just use this exposure button here. Don't forget the exposure. So definitely exposure button helps a lot. Now with the mirrors and all the PBR, let's say mirror, right? You have to have the mirror settings on, of course. There's also ambient occlusion that's added. Screen space reflections are added. So once you put the mirrors off, they don't work correctly anymore. They still work, but not correctly, right? So you do have to have mirrors on. And now to the fun part, right? This is the same, so you have sun, moon projectors if you want to have them on. Now reflection detail, right? You can have static only, right? So it means it won't show you, static and dynamic, right? Or even real time, so it's right there. Full scene, right? You can just do manual terrain, none. To reflection coverage, we have full scene. Point lightning is also new, right? Now the most important part is the mirror resolution. So maybe if you're laggy, guys, people recommended to go on a lower resolution of mirrors, right? So you can have mirror resolution set to 256 or 512 or even 1024, right? Which is a little bit less hard on your computers, right? So I would definitely suggest you to do the mirror resolution less if you are laggy, right? Especially if you're not that, you can go to 512, right? And your computer will use less RAM, right? And so on. Reminds me of a mirror cabinet on a fun fair. As long as existing objects allow us to add a new PBR material, we should. But yeah, as I said, keep it down if you're like, I'm now on ultra, right? But definitely keep your settings down. Like I heard a lot of stories of people kind of coming to, let's say to SL, right? Now with the update and nothing loads. They have problems, right? So I would say play with your settings, right? Definitely it's fun. Maybe put everything off, like ambient occlusion off, mirrors off, right? You can try all of that. You can of course put mirrors on, but if you get laggy, I would start with lower graphics stuff, right? It's gonna be so much easier. Also, you don't have to mirror update rate is there, right? Every frame updates, or on the fourth frame it updates, right? If you go to the fourth, it's going to be again less laggy on your computer. If you go to less resolution for your, let's call it, I think I need all of this back up. So yeah, the less you do, right, the more stuff you put on less. So if you turn mirrors off, just try going on less settings, right? And then start going up and see where you start lagging, right? So one of the stuff is you can turn all the shaders off, put your performance onto mid or something, right? And see where you are, see what the environment is doing to you, right? How your frames per second are in the game and so on, right? But definitely, apparently, you cannot be on mid and have the mirrors working correctly, I guess, right? But yeah, this is how the best it looks then, right? If you have it on every frame, every fourth frame that you change, right? So I don't see a big difference even on 4 frames, to be honest. So it's not that bad. Huh. But yeah, I just do every frame and that's it. But yeah, definitely this will help you if you go on lower. It might help your computer, of course. Okay, that's PBR and mirrors. You can definitely do your own mirror. I think it looks so good though, right? The mirror thing will come in handy for photography and you don't need to trick with water, other solutions of it. You can use the graphics speed button. It will auto change your graphics to best of your computer order. Where's that, Granny? True seconder. Okay, so we did that. Let's change back a little before we go into more stuff. But yeah, so we did kind of the PBR stuff. Let me see what else. So let's go to the stuff that was also updated, right? There is a new lightning model, as I said, right? That you can see with Windlights, of course. So first and foremost, it changes the lightning to be more realistic. Of course, now when I see my avatar, if I check it, I don't know, the avatar looks definitely more like I'm in black. Mirrors in the way, move. The avatar definitely looks like more like I'm in Black Dragon, and I'm not gonna lie. If you look at the colors and everything, this is not how Firestorm looked before a little, right? The lights are definitely a little different. That's what changes Windlights, right? Can you modify a mirror you own? I think if it's modifiable and you make it like a box and then put a reflection surface over it, I think you could, right? So, but you will have to do the same as me. So the mirror should be the lower box, right? The mirror should be the box that we just put. So the mirror should be this box, right? That doesn't have reflection, and then the probe, the thingy, this should, you should make yourself, right? Probably, and make it then not the red. See what I mean? The red one can be clicked if you don't click this, for fuck's sake. There we go, finally. So yeah, this one, the reflection probe should be then added on the mirror, right? But then you have to play on how to actually place it to look like the most normal, right? There. But yeah, I think you could do your mirror, especially if they're added. They have added possibilities, right? Okay. So as I said, lightning model is different, right? Reflection and surface textures will behave better even for non-PBR items, right? Most noticeably, any metal surfaces will look and behave like real metals, losing that liquefied wet look, right, that we known from before. The quality of the lightning will probably be the first thing many notice as we log in, right? It will be richer, more vibrant, and for some, of course, more darker, right? Or more bright. So as I said, if you log in bright, dark, I think you need first adjust this is the thing that you do, the first thing you do. Go to preferences and adjust the exposure of it. If you log in and you see yourself like this with your own Windlight, please turn this down and go to something that you kind of feel okay. I would say 0.6, 0.7 was okay, but I heard people went to 0.5 also. So, you know, just change this and the Windlight should go down, right? Or in the other hand, this is too dark, what you were used to before, go up, right? So I don't know, depends on your normal Windlight that you usually use, right? So that's the first thing you need to do. Then we're gonna get better materials, of course. So there will be better metals, woods, fabrics, right? They will have a much more realistic presence, right? Giving a scene a more authentic feel, right? I was at some place, I didn't save it though, but we can definitely go to Zadig right now and then we're gonna be back, right? But let's jump to Zadig, because if you remember yesterday's stream, I didn't see the Zadig colors on here, right? Look how I see it now. Now everything looks, I will try to find a Windlight that will more see the water, but now I see the water correctly, right? If you remember my stream yesterday, the water was, wait, I will turn down the shower. Wait, give me a second. Please don't rain because we need to see everything. So dry. There we go. So yeah, if you remember that water from yesterday, now I see it, but we're gonna try different Windlights because we need to see it normally. Let's go to Windlights of that girl. I have to change all these Windlights to PBR. Will I? I don't know. We'll see. But definitely we can go to the Windlights of the girl, of the violent seduction. Where did she put them? Here, I think. So see, what is this? This is too reflecting. Wait, it will change, wouldn't it? Load girl. There we go. This is too dark then. Ugh. I know, but yeah, definitely it's a difference with what I saw yesterday. Yesterday I just saw like some weird shit on it. You know, JJ. You know what? Let's use Naria. I have Naria PBR. That should work perfectly fine. No, shouldn't work perfectly fine. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Oh, there we go. Why is it so dark all the time? I just see this light in the back, right? But nothing is lightening up. Trying to find something that it's actually seen. Oh, there we go. This is more seen. I'll go through the Windlights like crazy now. I need something that's bright. Why is everything so dark? Wait. Is Dave gonna save me? I doubt it. No, Dave, it's not gonna save me. But yeah, definitely there's a difference from yes. Oh, that one was. Where are you? What about Neve? Neve had a bright one, right? Neve, where are you? This one. Okay, Neve has a brighter one though, but yeah, this is Ah, there we go. Now you can see finally a little. Here is dark, right? So it's hard to see the world outside. But there, Neve is kind of giving us a little more. You know what? We can make it brighter to see it better. Right there. Let's do this. Well, this one is not making it brighter. Okay, we have another solution. Trying to make it look better, but this wind, like this, wherever this is standing is dark, right? So you're gonna hardly see anything out. But yeah, you can kind of see it. I don't know how dark it is for you, but for me it looks kind of okay. But let's try to make it a little bit better. Neve wind light. Wait, where's the wind light here that we can change? Is it this one? No. Oh, don't go into mouse. Look, I'm trying all my settings. Where's the wind lights? Lightning. It's lightning it. So let's try to get, no, nothing of the sun. Ugh. Moon? No, not moon either. Haze horizon, nothing is changing. Fun times, because we're in a box. Brightness? Ah, there we go. Oh, okay, brightness. Ah, reflection probe ambience, that exists too. So let's do brightness. There, now you can finally see how the floor looks. There we go. Okay. Depends on the wind light, of course, but yeah, this is much more different than it was yesterday when we didn't update to PBR, right? Let me see more light. So here you make it. See, when I go to 0, if I do this, I just have to make it bright. There we go. Bright as a bright. Another sun position. Naka, sun doesn't work here because we are in a closed box, right? There is no sun here. Unfortunately, we are at Zadik and this is all in a skybox. So there is no sun, there is no moon, right? We are closed in. So it's hard to get any sun. You see what I mean? We are in a black box, right? So there is no sun here. But yeah, now you can see how the reflection looks now because we didn't see that yesterday, of course. But yeah, this is now how the water reflects correctly, right? So yeah, there we go. We kind of found the right position. Yeah, unfortunately, I would change the sun, but no sun in here, right? But yeah, this is kind of how now the water is reflecting correctly because yesterday we just saw these white patches around and we didn't see what the hell. But yeah, now you can see it kind of. It's a bitch because this is in a closed environment, right? So it's hard to get the right wind light to it. Okay, now let's go back to our own wind light, of course. Something normal, let's call it like that, not winter time. Thank you. Okay, now let's go back to so we did violent seduction, we did that. Let's go back to where we were and let's see what else is updated, of course. There's more to it, right? As we said, we had all of this. We did mirrors, PBR a little. But yeah, I can't wait for, creators are already creating for it. But yeah, I didn't, check it. But now to the other update is the better textures that we're getting. Why? Because now they changed the upload, right? Up to 2048 pixels, right? So 2048 times 2048 pixel, that is 4 times larger than before, right? So they allow 1024, I think, before pixels uploaded of the textures. So the textures should now look better. But now this offers a question, will this make Second Life more laggy, right? Because you know how it is, right? So let's hope they will find kind of a solution that if the texture shouldn't be that detailed, right, on some small thing or somewhere, right, that they wouldn't allow to put it, or they will resize it when it's put on something smaller or something like that, right? But they do allow this now. So now they changed also the upload process, right? So if you now go to the, let me see if you can directly see this. Let's change back to the full view. So now if you go to, as you know, how we upload textures is here, upload, right? You have now the option of bulk upload too. That's new, right? And for images, I think now they will ask you, now they will allow you to upload a bigger sized images, right? Images or textures in this case, right? But for bulk upload, this is also new. You can bulk upload more pictures together, so you can just do this, right? And just open, and they will say, okay, now you can upload 5 items at the cost of 50 lindens. You don't have to click everything separately, right? So this is the new, on the new Firestorm, you can bulk upload, right? And also you can upload 2024. Now the thing is, for 2K, right? For 2K photos, you will be charged if you're basic accounts, right? Or plus accounts, you will be charged 50 lindens. Bulk upload was already before possible. Was it? I saw it that it's new on the some page I was reading. Fine. Okay. Anyway, but for 2K textures, pictures, whatever textures that you're uploading, they're gonna charge you, if you're basic account and plus accounts, 50 lindens. If you're premium account, it will be 40 lindens. And if you are premium plus, for now it's 10 lindens. They are trying to get that down to actually 0, right? For the premium plus accounts. I need to get my exposure back down there. Yep. Okay, so that's that. So bulk uploads apparently was before. I didn't see it before. I don't upload that many pictures, and I read it. It's new, but apparently not. Okay, who cares? Maybe new for somebody. Okay, that's that for the let's call it like textures, right? Which is going to be new. The textures will be better, right? Also, there's PBR terrain now. Of course, it will reflect. I don't know if I saved it somewhere. That is Firestorm. Did I save the picture somewhere? I should. So this is me mirroring, but there is also terrain that will look a lot better. There we go. I did save something like that. So you can see the terrain will look definitely more reflective because the textures are better. The terrain is reflecting. So this should change how you see the terrain around Second Life, right? That's another option that you're gonna have. Also, you can see why everything, it looks less brighter, right? Because this is the SL, I just took SL viewer from before, but kind of the lamp looked like this in the previous version, also in Firestorm. But now with the new one, you see it looks darker, but it looks more reflective with more realistic looks, right? So this is kind of the change between pre-PBR and post-PBR, right? Somehow I can explain that, right? Okay, that's that. Now the next upgrade to everything is why am I getting notices? Is the emojis. So finally we can use emojis in the chat. So if we go like here, guys, now the update is giving up an option of emojis. So you can now use all the emojis in Second Life. Definitely a good upgrade now. So, you know, you can send people emojis. So if I say, hey, right, and I do here on the bottom, you will get your most used, as far as I understand, right? But yeah, I can do this now. You know, emojis are a new update too. So like it, finally, it's time, right? I don't know where they were before for so long, but hey, we can finally use emojis in SL there. And you just post it, and there you go. We have emojis now. That's a good option to have, of course. Yep. So yeah, that's an update. There is a whole list. You have tabs up here, so you can search for them faster, of course. You can call them with all of this, right? But yeah, there. We have the world. We have whatever you send there. Nice emojis. Yeah, so this is definitely new with the new 7.19 update of Firestorm. And then here you have your most used ones, right? So you can use them really fast. And that's about it. It's going to be question which you use the most, right? So that's what it will be here in recently used, frequently used, or you can just search for them, of course, somehow. How do you search for them? Ah, you can write. Gotcha. You can write smile. There, it will get you smileys, I guess, there. So yeah, emojis, new update, of course. Lol, now they are colored, before they were white. We like the colored ones, of course. Okay, so yeah, that's the emojis thingy. Definitely a good update. I like that one a lot. So there we are. What else is here? Okay, now if we go a little bit on the option of, let's call it like, if the upgrade doesn't work for you, because I've seen a lot of like people don't have the best computers, of course. Oh wait, before we go into the whole thing, another update is the, look at this, we're gonna make your SL look realistic for videos. Maybe this is gonna be fun, but yeah, let's do something like this. I can definitely turn this platform transparent and it would look a lot better. Let's do 100 on this. Okay, so we are standing now in SL environment, right? Of course, maybe we need more color. Again, exposure 0.7 was better, wasn't it? I'm gonna start using face light seriously with some of that, just for the videos. I'm serious there. Soft light there, just in case. Okay, anyway, so as we heard about the environments, there is another update, which is HDRI, right? So if you go to the, let me see, into developer menus. So if you have the developer menus open, now the new thing is here with render test, you have HDRI previews, which is going to be fun. So there's pages around on the internet that you can download this HDR kind of 360 rooms environments, right? So if I turn one on, right, let's say it, HDR preview, I load it up, look at this. So we get a full environment set to this HDR, the 3D world, right around, let's call it like that. I hope I don't fall because I forgot where my floor is. But look at this. Now we have the whole environment for it, right? Pretty nice. Looks way good. Look at this. So yeah, you have this HDR previews. I would recommend you some pages. I download this from this HDR niche, like Poly Heaven, right? There's an environment that you can just download anything you want for free. Let's say we want, let's see, something cute. Outdoor. Let's see, outdoor. So yeah, you can upload these full environments now in SL. It's fine. It's like just the preview. Maybe good for videos, good for pictures also, right? Especially if you want to make it look more realistic. Oh, let's do this one. Little Paris. Let's do that one. You just download it, right? It downloads. Let's wait for it to download. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is so much fun though to try. Look at this. There. Okay, so let's try more. So as I said, developer, render test, HDR previews. Let's try Eiffel Tower one. There we go. Look at this. We are in Paris. There, easy, right? So yeah, this is an option you can have definitely for pictures, right? That's a good one if you want to do it for pictures. Yeah, why not? Like we're just standing on a fountain. You can definitely be up in the sky and just, make your floor transparent. Ignore that, that's from Shop and Hop. But yeah, you can definitely make your floor transparent and just be immersed in the whole, world like this, right? Look at this. Definitely, I would recommend this if you're making pictures. This should be fun enough, right? Look at this. You can make a picture like this and you're good to go. That is crazy. That's a huge update, and yes, perfect for pictures. Again, let's load something else in for the fun of it. So yeah, these are all the updates, at least what I've seen, how the different... I didn't go too much into preferences yet, but I should, right? Also, I'm just jumping from one because it's so interesting. Okay, where is it? A developer rendering tests. Come on. HDR preview. Let's do the second one. What is it? Golden Bay. There we go. Welcome to some other city, I guess. This could be fun for the videos, right? Definitely. because it's so cool, especially if you do just, I don't know, videos just standing around. Nice. I like it. Definitely a cute thing to kind of have now. But yeah, you can download these 3D worlds, of course, and just use them. There we go. We're standing somewhere on a plane there. Okay, so that's the HDR. When you don't want to use it anymore, just change the wind light, right? And go back to where you were. And changes right back to where you were, of course. Easy. Okay, so that's that. And as I said, for the last thing, we're gonna do preferences also. I think I should have a picture somewhere. Give me a second. Of how this looked before. I think I have it somewhere. Let's see. There we go. I think this is the old one. Yep. Okay. Let's see the other one. There. I will show you the two pictures of both old and new kind of, let's say, general graphics preferences, right? Let's call it like that. So as you see, it changed quite a lot, right? We don't have the water reflections, right? And this kind of got extended to all these shadows, reflection coverage, what else it is, the mirror resolution, what I explained before, but you kind of can see the difference from before and now, right? Also, there is no more, those shaders are kind of different, right? You do have transparent water, but instead of atmospheric shaders, right, you now have the ambient occlusion, screen space reflections, what is a little different from before. You had local lights, basic shaders, right, and so on. So this is different, and definitely the exposure button was added, right? So everything down there, kind of object, flex, trees, avatars, terrain, that stayed the same, right? That's no different. Sky. But yeah, that's kind of that. They also did take out the avatar rendering, apparently. Okay. What about fly swim? What do you mean fly swim? Okay, so yeah, this is kind of how different the whole thing looks, right? Those are the two. So this one that I'm moving is new now, right? And the old one, you can see how the whole screen changed. There's not that big difference, right? But definitely it's included the mirror settings more, right? And yeah, kind of expected, right? Let's call it like that. I don't know how to say it otherwise, of course. Okay, that's that for the image. Let's turn this down and we have the old settings back. Wait, what was the question? How about swim fly? You can fly. I mean, flying didn't change. Hi, Naria, ways to all in the chat. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what if we have anything else. Yeah, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, of course. Wait, let me see. Somewhere where I can stand normally. Lightning, can I? So yeah, we will have to get adjusted to lightning a little more, guys. It's a little bit different than it was, of course. You can definitely play a little with your environment around, right, to make it look a little more different. But yeah, definitely there's a difference, right? Oh look, we can play with this a little too, right? Oh, this is bright, bright. There we go. Don't do too much. So I'm still playing with everything, all the wind lights that I have. It's different, right? Definitely different. I don't know why I'm that dark now, but sure. Because I'm on shared environment, of course. Happens to the best of us. Okay. Anyway, now we have more light on us. You need for all you want to do in wait what not sure if it was brought up, but the Mac OS viewer is broken at the moment. Transparency is turn off space reflection to fix it. I built AOs. Your AO and animation error. Yeah, I have an animation overrider is fine, it's the same, right? I still have it in Firestorm, you mean? That's okay, that's working perfectly fine, nothing changed there. I don't see no changes there anyway. you need for all you want to do in your animation overrider. Was that the question? When my water, do I need to put in a swim in my action? When in water, do I need to... There are swim HUDs, by the way, you know, or you can definitely put, you can, if you build your AO like this, you have here options, right? And I think you have swimming. So you do need to put something, some animation, swimming animation inside, okay? Definitely I have videos about building your AO, so check that one. Now I have a question. When I update, where I can save my old settings? Okay, so if you're doing like clean install, sometimes I just installed normally, but you can go definitely to preferences. You can go to backup here and you do just choose a path where your backup settings should be saved, right? You kind of put it in here, the pack where it should save, and you just do backup settings down here. When you come back in, then you restore the settings, right? You find that map where you save them and you restore the settings. So this is when you're doing clean installs, definitely recommend you to do this. So preferences, backup, restore, that's an option, and you just back up your settings and then restore them back when you clean install Firestorm, if you're doing clean installs. I actually did back up my settings, but I didn't clean install. Kinda, I wanted to, but I said, let's try the normal install and just if nothing is wrong, we're good, right? And nothing was wrong, so we were good. So yeah, but you definitely do that here, then find the path and just restore the settings back. Oh, wow, thank you. No problem. So that's it. Bell, if you're doing clean installs, that is definitely a must. Okay, now for the last thing is, now the question around everywhere is, what if this is not working for you, right? There are different hardware needs, right? You know, this is really hard on your RAM, right? On your GPU, CPU. I mean, you know, it's kind of, you know, you need a good computer. So they did recommend 16 gigabytes RAM, or ideally even more, right? So, you know, how many, like a lot of people who play Second Life, do they have 16 gigabytes of RAM? Not all of them, right? So it's going to be kind of a problem. As I said, I would recommend to maybe try with all the, you know, go down with graphics, go down with everything and see if you load. If you don't, I would recommend you to stay on the old Firestorm, right, for now, till they find more solutions. What they did recommend right now, if you are struggling, right, is definitely, they have a few options already opened, right? So if you go to your preferences, there is, you can limit your FPS, right, frames per second. So that your game doesn't use that many frames per second, right? There is here an option that you can limit frame rate, right? So if that's an option, right? The viewer can limit the frames per second. Some people want to see the highest number possible, of course, right? But in practical terms, the benefit is limited and your machine is working hard for a real benefit, right? So if you're maybe, also if you, I don't know, just AFKing here, turn the frames per second down, right? So your computer doesn't struggle that much. Why would you have 200 or 100 frames per second when you don't actually need them, especially if you're watching something? So that's an option, like you can limit frame rate, right? You can now, let me see where, that's in graphics rendering, right? So if you go to preferences, graphics rendering, you can limit the frame rate. They recommend this, or let me see, VRAM. You can override VRAM detection, right? So what they written about this, by default, the viewer will try to make the best, most use of your resources on your PC. This includes the VRAM, the memory of your graphic card. So VRAM is the memory of your graphic cards. Letting the viewer use all of this is fine while you are using the viewer, but it's not useful if you're watching Netflix or YouTube in the background, right? By using a VRAM override capability, you can tell the viewer to use only a part of your video graphics RAM, right? This option is likely to change considerably in the future, but for now, you know, you can also try that, right? Yes, this isn't the FPS, don't need the highest frame rate, yeah. If your viewer can make different graphic settings and save them and switch when needed. So I got this out of the Firestorm page, of course, what they recommend if you're struggling with it. And of course, the texture, right? So that's the last thing, as I said, the texture on the graphics here. Sorry, where are you? So if you go to graphics, uh, uh, where the max texture size, the viewer introduces a new large texture size. Moreover, PBR is generally more texture intensive. You can now select the minimum size of textures that you wish to see. So in mirror resolutions, you can change that. I don't know, do they have max texture size? Let's see, max texture. Aha, okay, they have the max texture size quality level. Oh, okay. Is there anything else? You can select the minimum size of textures that you wish to see, allowing additional memory pressure, especially of those of our users with smaller amounts of RAM and VRAM at the cost of texture details. Okay, interesting. So yeah, they are doing, I think in the future, guys, if you're not okay, if you're not loading okay, I don't recommend to update right now, right? Wait for another version of it. I think they will work on getting all the computers a little more, you know, because I've seen people that are struggling to load in textures, right? They are just loading into like gray environments. Of course, people don't all have like gaming computers, right? Like 32 gigabytes of RAM and so on, right? So, you know, some may struggle. So if you are struggling, right, if it doesn't look how it should, if it's not loading, stay on the old Firestorm version and just wait for another update. I'm sure they will fix some of the stuff that needs to be fixed, but also you can upgrade and just start on the middle quality, right? Turn all of this down and see how your computer is working with that, right? Other recommendations and that I don't have, but they have also, if you don't update, right, they will still support the most recent 3 releases of Firestorm, right? So don't be scared yet. I mean, you can still use the old Firestorm, right? You know, so kind of there where we are. I don't know. Let's see. Let's read if there's. But yeah, this is the whole update. I don't know. I personally like it, right? I turned the VRAM off. It made a big difference. Okay, see, at least we're getting some. If your viewing can make different graphic settings, save them and switch when needed. Yeah, you can save definitely. I have graphic presets, right? So I don't know. I think I showed this at some point, right? You can kind of do all of this and save the presets of your graphics. So on top, you know what? Here. So on top here, when you save a graphic presets, you can go to low, try everything down, right? And then save the graphic presets. You'll have it up here, and then you can switch between them. I already have this saved for different occasions, right? I had like advanced lightning model, which now looks like this. Apparently, I have the ultra setting, so this is all on high with shadows up and everything. So yeah, there you have. I will have to probably change them now because there is no advancing lightning model anymore. See, there are no shadows anymore, no lights. It's still lights, right? So kind of now they're fucked up, but I will change them for sure, right? So you have all of these settings. You can save different and change between like ultra, you know, you go to full everything, or you know, you just go to the middle graphics and so on. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I have different graphic settings saved for ad pictures. I do the same. I do that because of the, you know, the videos. If you go somewhere, it's too laggy, or if the store is too shiny. I turned off the shadows before. I don't know what I will do now, but we'll see. um, let's see. Oh, wow. And the change is beautiful with the leaves reflection on my ranch house. A few designers have been making regular textures in PBR for items on the items render. Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's everything, guys. Thanks for watching, of course. I do like the new update, of course. Everything new is fine, right? I do love the mirrors, of course, and I do love the new materials possibility. So, you know, play with it, I would say. You know, some people are really pissed how the wind lights look. I get it, especially if you had a lot of wind lights. Even me, look at my wind light collection of everything, right? So I think all of this can be like, I mean, they still look okay, right? But I think they might have to be fixed a little. Or not, you know, they're not that bad, to be honest. So Maybe just we'll see with the reflections. But to be honest, these wind lights still work okay. Maybe the only thing that needs to be changed. Oh, we can be like this. Whoa, I have red. Oh, okay. My wind lights. I'm sad about my Dave wind lights. I don't know how they will act. I love my Dave wind lights, but they still look okay-ish, I guess. So it's not that bad, right? Look at this. The sky still looks fine and the avatar still looks great in it. So I would say like get your favorite wind lights, see if they work okay. You can still use them, right? I think they're still usable, all of them, to be honest. They're not even that bad. If you see your avatar a little worse, you know, you can always change the exposure and see how that works. But yeah, I think this works perfectly fine. I'm not that disappointed about Windlights. I thought it's gonna be worse. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. For pictures, I use Black Dragon. I think now this is closer to Black Dragon than it was, especially with avatars, right? I think they look more Black Dragon wise, to be honest now. Okay, love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, see you next time for something else. Bye.